Hi everyone, welcome back to my parlour, and today, as promised, pick a man for Monty. No, I don't mean it like that. It just means that I have all my cards out today for this reading, and I'm going to treat it as a romantic reading. So if there's a man in your life that you want to have a romantic connection with, perhaps this might be the reading for you. It's a fun reading. It's pick a man, you find out a bit more about them, about their age and their appearance and how you'll meet them and when you'll meet them and what they're like personally, whether or not they have a romantic interest in you, and whether or not there's a future. Perhaps it's just for fun, remembering this is a general reading, it's just for fun. So don't take it too seriously. I just want to do a reading like this sometimes, and it's just fun to do pick a man. If you wanted to, you could have pick a woman and adapt accordingly to that gender if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But as I am a woman and I relate to men, that's why I'm doing these readings. It's not to offend anyone or to leave anyone out, whatever your gender is. So let's pour a cup of tea, shall we? And get into this reading to get the energy flowing, finding out about your man. So you have 1, 2, or 3. You can choose any man you want or a combination thereof. It's entirely up to you. So we'll find out a bit more about your man and what he is like. And you can relate it to yourself or whatever you want to do. So number 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you a few moments to decide which one belongs to you, and then we'll find out a bit more about them. Okay, number 1. Let's find out about your man, shall we? You chose this man here. Let's find out a bit more about him. I'll pop these 2 away so we can clear the space for you and your man to find out what might be happening. Let's find out a bit more about your man. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit trying to work things out here. Limited space. So number 1. Okay, let's find out a bit about him. Let's find out where they are at the moment, shall we? Where is your man at the moment? Remembering this is just a general reading. So where are they at the moment for number 1? Where's number 1's man at the moment? North of you. So consider where you are positioned. Figure out where north is, and that's where they are. They are north of you at the moment. It could be a different direction. It could be just behind you in the same room as you, but north of you. So find out where that is, and then you'll be able to work out where your man is. Okay, how old is your man? How old is he? How old is your man? It's telling me that your man is older by several years. Your man is older by several years. Your perfect man, perhaps, or the one that you are currently with or looking at. What does he look like? Or what will he look like? He's very fit, quite fit. So he's quite active, looks after himself. It's quite a, perhaps he's very athletic or just likes to go for an afternoon run or a morning run. Takes care of his body. It's his temple, perhaps. Takes care of what he eats and how he moves. So, what kind of facial hair does he have? What kind of facial hair? Light stubble. So he hasn't shaved this morning. He has a light stubble. He's probably gone out for his morning run and hasn't had time to shave yet. What kind of... Well, it could be that way he likes just to live like that. Some men look really adorable with it's a light stubble. The bad boy, perhaps. Okay, what kind of hair does he have? What kind of hair does he have? Oh, an unusual kind of hairstyle. Perhaps one that you haven't seen before, or there's unique. There's not very many men who wear their hair like he does. Maybe he's making a fashion statement. He wears his hair as he feels comfortable. Well, it goes with the light stubble, doesn't it? He's unconventional. Not many men go without shaving at least once a day. So maybe he's unconventional. Just likes to be the way that he is. What kind of clothes does he prefer to wear? What kind of clothes does he like to wear? Oh, he wears overalls. So maybe he works outdoors. Maybe he works on a building site. Maybe he works in a nursery, you know, where a plant nursery. Or maybe he just likes to wear overalls because he does not menial, but he does physical work and he needs to keep himself clean. Or maybe it's like a uniform. He likes to wear overalls. What kind of accessories does he have? Yeah, I think he likes to keep fit. So maybe he does have a physical job that he needs to have overalls for. I think that fits in quite well with him so far. Oh God, I just had this vision of a body farm. Sorry, it's not what he does, but I just got that thought. He works physically with his hands, and he needs to keep clean. So I'm thinking in the lines of something like that. Oh my goodness, is that true? I don't know. His accessories. Wow, he has a pocket watch. Perhaps he has an antique pocket watch. Perhaps it is passed down from generation to generation, or maybe he just likes that quirkiness of having a pocket watch. Pocket watch. I like pocket watches. What kind of star sign is he? Remembering this is all just possibilities. What star sign is he? Is an Aquarius. An Aquarius. Is that possible? Is that his star sign, his moon sign? He's on the cusp of whatever. It's sort of like that. What kind of transport does he prefer? How does he like to get around? What's his preferred mode of transport? Oh, he has a sports car. He's a very curious man, this man of yours. He has a sports car. Let's find out a few facts about him, just sort of fun facts. I'll give you a couple of those. Fun facts. Fun facts. He has pets or an interest in animals. He has pets or an interest in animals. And family is important to him. Family is important to him. What kind of personality does he have? What sort sort of man is he? What kind of man is he? I'll give you a couple of those. I'll give you 3 of those. So, is he... Can be quite serious at times. Takes life seriously. He's not a flippant man. He believes in what he believes, and he takes life seriously. He makes his choices and abides by them. But he also understands others, and he's quite forgiving. He's quite forgiving. He forgives other people their mistakes and things like that. He doesn't hold grudges, which is really important to know. He doesn't hold grudges. And he's very energetic, as we already know by his fitness card. He's very energetic. Very energetic. Oh, that has lots of possibilities. How will you meet him? How will you meet him? If you haven't already met him already, or how did you meet him? Perhaps it might come up as correct here. How will you meet? At a marketplace. You'll meet him out in a marketplace. Whether that's food shopping, craft, once a month markets, you know, when you go to a trash and treasure market, any kind of market where people get together to sell things and to buy things, that's where you'll meet him. And when will you meet him? It's going to be a chance meeting. You're just going to turn up at this market one day and there he is. He could be a vendor. He could be a customer of yours. Or you could meet him in a coffee shop at the market. But it's going to be by chance. You're going to go there one day and just turn up and think, I feel like going to the market today. And there he is. Is there going to be a romantic connection? Let's have a look. Ooh, I like this one. A lover who finds you sexy and irresistible will sweep you off your feet. This is a time when promises are made. Oh, sweet. No, I don't think he's going to be a cleaner. That's my sense of humour, sorry. And a love note. If he could say something to you, what would it be? What would he whisper in your ear? Oh, it's so adorable. I fell in love with you because you loved me when I felt like the unlovable one. Oh. Maybe he's been through a hard time in the romantic era of his life. Maybe he's just coming out of a bad relationship, or just feels as though, you know, I'm going to take a chance on you. Oh. Maybe he's been hurt in the past, but you're here to heal each other, to show each other that love is possible and love is long term, and it's just something like that might be happening for you. So that is your man, number 1. I hope he is interesting for you, and yeah, and maybe perhaps you're looking forward to meeting him. So thank you. Number 1. Number 2, if you chose this man, let's find out a bit more about him, shall we? Where is he right now in relation to where you are situated? Where is he right now? He's south of you. So imagine where you are, figure out where south is, and that's where he is. South of you. How very interesting. Just find out a bit more about him. How old is he? Age is a bit hard to pinpoint accurately, but I'll give it my best shot. Maybe this could be the most forgiving part of the reading because it's hard to pinpoint age, just as it's hard to pinpoint time. Oh, is he? He is older by 5 to 10 years. That's not unreasonable. What does he look like? What does he look like? He is of average height. Not taller, not shorter, just average. So he's suitable in height for you. I'm putting it that way. He's suitable in height for you, whatever you prefer. That's what he'll be. If you want someone shorter than you, or taller than you, or same height as you, that is what he'll be. How's that? Okay, what kind of facial hair does he have? It's a perfect height for you, so you don't have to tiptoe, you don't have to bend down. It's just the perfect height that you prefer. So he's a little bit older than you, and that's nothing wrong with that. And he is south of you. So do you recognise him yet? Perhaps when we talk about his facial hair, he might come into view. Ooh, he has a handlebar moustache. He has a handlebar moustache. Oh, that's intriguing. Some men can pull it off quite well. Can your man? Makes him look very unique. You wouldn't miss that man. If you could see him right now, you wouldn't miss him, that's for sure. I think he's got this devil-may-care kind of attitude. I'm getting that sort of feeling. And he wears a man bun. Oh my goodness, what an unusual looking man. You wouldn't miss him for certain, that's for sure. You'd know him straight away. He has a man bun. I love man buns, actually. What kind of clothes does he wear? He certainly sets himself apart from the regular man. He really wants to be noticed. He's just a very unique man. And he wants to be noticed. He's not afraid of being who he is. With a handlebar moustache and a man bun. He prefers to wear trousers and a buttoned shirt. That's where he finds himself most comfortable, with trousers and a buttoned shirt. His favourite accessory is jewellery, whether or not that's body jewellery or added jewellery. He likes jewellery. Star sign. He's an Aries. Possibly an Aries, a fire sign at least. What kind of transport? How does he like to get around? How does he move from place to place? He walks. He walks most places. He just loves to walk. Doesn't mean to say he hasn't got transport, but his preferred mode of transport is walking. So whenever possible, he will walk where he needs to be, or he could be doing that as a general exercise. I don't know. And what's a bit more about him, perhaps? I'll give you a couple of cards here, just so you can see what kind of person he is. He has an unusual facial feature. Well, his most unusual facial feature, I would think, would be his handlebar moustache, but he has something else about him that stands out visually from his facial features. I don't know what that might be. Maybe his handlebar moustache covers a certain facial feature that he wants to disguise. It seemed to draw more attention to it, perhaps, but it hides something that may be very unique about his facial features. And he has an accent. So he doesn't come from the country where you live. He comes from another country, and he has an accent. So he certainly would stand out, wouldn't he? You'd see him from a crowded room. You'd see him just there. So let's find out a bit more about his personality. Does his personality match his appearance? He's very inventive. He's very inventive. Extraordinary, that's for sure. You won't forget this fellow in any short time either. He's very extraordinary. Just once you know him, it's going to surprise you. He doesn't look like you would expect someone of his character to be. He's very out there, very outgoing. To looking like that with a handlebar moustache and a man bun, it'd have to be very unique indeed. And this covers the whole lot. You won't forget this guy in a hurry. And that's the way he likes it. He wants to be remembered for who he is, and his appearance attracts attention, and it screams, "Here I am." But he's a very unique man, and I think he would be worthwhile getting to know in whatever form your connection takes. I think he'd be worthwhile getting to know. And he's very honest. He's as honest as the day is long. You can trust this man to be open. You can trust this man to say what it is that he's feeling and thinking, and to answer you with respect, to answer you with openness and honesty. So whatever he comes out of his mouth, it's going to be the truth. So maybe even to the point of honesty is the best policy, but sometimes he may even be a little bit tactless, but not in a nasty way. He just says what he says. It's on his mind all the time. So is there a relationship on offer here? Ooh. You will be spoiled for choice. It may be a choice of lovers or a delicious time when your inhibitions run wild. Okay, When are you going to, how will you meet this man? Oh, I want him. How will you meet him? I don't think this says there you'll be spoilt for choice, but I don't think there's anyone else that will take your eye like this man. Once you lay eyes on him, I think the choice will be taken. You will want to choose interaction with him for however long that might be. Because once you're with him too, you'll be noticed. It's sort of like that. It's just, so if you want to be in the spotlight, you will be with this man. Ooh. You will meet this man at an exhibition of some sort. Because he is, as I mentioned, he's, what did I say? What was that word? He's intuitive, and he's, I don't know, what kind of exhibition would that be? That entail? Will it be a psychic fair? Will it be a museum, an art gallery, an exhibit of poetry, or an exhibit of scientific paraphernalia? Whatever is interesting for you, and whatever's interesting for him, that's where you'll meet. Because then you've already got an interest, haven't you, in common. So wherever you meet, you'll have an interest in common straight away. But I think also too that he's a thinker, he's a planner, he likes to invent things. He's very intuitive, but he likes to invent things as well. He's very industrious as well. He likes to see how things work. He might work in computers, he might work in scientific field, medical field, research, library. He could be in that sort of regard. And when will you meet? When's this exhibition going to be? Oh, soon. And it's going to come through an invite. So there might be like a pamphlet in your letterbox about this exhibition that you might decide, oh, I might like to go along to this. Or someone might invite you along to this exhibition to be their partner or what have you. And you'll meet up with them. But it's going to be through somebody else, and it's going to be an invite for you. Does that make sense? And it's going to be quite soon, so you can look forward to this meeting this person, this man. So if he could say something to you right now, as your relationship develops, what would it be? What would it be? What would he say to you? What would he whisper in your ear? What would he nibble on your ear and whisper at the same time? Oh, that's nice. I can't promise that I'll be perfect, but I can promise that I will always try to make you smile and be there when you need me. As I said, he's honest. He's honest, so he'll keep his promise too. Oh yeah, he'll keep his promise. He won't break promises to you, or do his best not to ever break promises, which is all we can ever hope for, isn't it? When promises are made, we can only hope that those promises will be kept, and I think he will. So that's your man, number 2. Number 3, if you chose this fellow, this little bloke over here. Let's find out what he is and who he is and when you'll meet and what the sort of situation you will find yourself in with this man. So let's find out where he is at this moment, and then we'll discover how close he is to you or how far away he is at the moment, whether you already know him or whether you are yet to meet. So where is he right now? Where is your man? Beautiful. Cooey. He is west of you. So imagine where you are right now. Position yourself and think about where west is, and that's where he is. He's west of you at the moment. Oh, so let's find out how old he is. Remembering age, and as with time, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint accurately. So you might bear with me with that one. How old is he? He is a similar age to you. He is a similar age to you. Or maybe he's a perfect age for you. Whatever is the closest to reality. And what does he look like? How will you recognise him? This is a man at similar age to you, so he probably moves in the same social circle as you do, or maybe you meet him at work or meet him through family and friends. Maybe just out and about, living your life, and he's living his, and boom, Bob's your uncle. You meet. So how will you recognise that this is the man we are talking about right now? He has a relaxed body shape. What would that mean? He has a relaxed body shape. Not too fat, not too thin, not too tall, not too short. Don't know. Doesn't tell us much, does it? So let's find out about his facial hair. It's a man who's just an average Joe, just sort of going about his business. What kind of facial hair does he have that sets him apart? A trimmed moustache. So he has a trimmed moustache. So he takes care of himself. He likes to look neat and tidy. But he likes a bit of facial hair, and he's got a trimmed moustache. What kind of hair has he got? I used to date a guy with a trimmed moustache. It suited him. So this trimmed moustache probably suits your guy as well. I like a man with a moustache. So what kind of hair has he got? Oh my goodness, he's got a crew cut. A crew cut with a trimmed moustache. Yeah, I could visualise that. I could visualise that. Crew cut with trimmed moustache. What does he feel most comfortable wearing? What clothes suit him the best, make him feel most at home, most comfortable? Not necessarily what he works in, not necessarily what he relaxes in, but what makes him feel most comfortable. A uniform. Oh, a uniform. He could be in the military, he could be in law enforcement, he could be with a crew cut and a trim moustache. I'm sensing military or law enforcement coming through here. What do you reckon? Or an official kind of position that he has to wear a uniform to fit in with everybody else. It's standard issue uniform. And he just feels very proud of himself in this uniform. He feels as though he's doing a public service, that he presents himself with confidence, that you can trust this man, that he finds himself in a place of honour, and he really, really honours his position, and he would never do anything to jeopardise that. But underneath that uniform, maybe he has an accessory that no one else sees. What might that be? Or does he wear it out? Remembering too, this is not always what he wears, and the accessories are not always what he wears, but what he feels comfortable in. So he may not wear this accessory with his uniform, but he might. Let's find out what that probably is. What does he like? He wears a ring. A signet ring, perhaps. But we're looking for this man to be your future man, isn't it? So unless you're married to him, he could be wearing a wedding ring, but I don't think it's a wedding ring in this regard, unless you're married to him, and that represents that. But he does like to wear a ring, probably a signet ring on his little finger, I would say. An onyx or something like that I'm sensing here. Maybe even a ring that was given to him when he was younger, or brought down from family to family. Could be a generational thing. So what kind of star sign is he? He's an air sign, a thinker. Air signs usually are thinkers. And how does he like to get around? He's an air sign, and how does he like to get around? What's his favourite mode of transport? Oh, he's a frequent flyer. Now, is he a pilot? Could be a pilot. Or he just likes to travel, and plane travel is his preferred mode of transport when he needs to get out and about at a distance, from a distance. But he could be a pilot too. Frequent flyer. He likes to fly. So that's telling me he likes to travel as well. Likes to circumvent the country perhaps, or the world. Who knows? Maybe he's a pilot or a steward. He could be a steward aboard a plane. Okay, and some fun facts about him. Home is his castle. He's probably spent, paid for this house, and he's been very proud of the way he's achieved home ownership, and he loves his home. He's very proud of his home. He's worked hard for it, so he really admires his home. And he has an unusual job. An unusual job. But he's a frequent flyer and wears a uniform. How are you guys going to meet? If you haven't already met, how will you meet? I think you're going to meet at a book club. Does that make sense to you? Or in a research facility, a library, a school office, you know, where you go to learn something. But you're certainly going to know each other through a form of research of some sort. In a group environment. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it? Let's find out a bit more about him, what kind of personality he has. Now that we've got this information here, he could be a security guard at a particular research facility that you frequent, and you could meet him there. Is that possible? Or you could be on your way to a seminar and you have to fly to that seminar and he's there as a steward or as a pilot. You could meet through work, through a program at work where you need to research something or just to go to some extra learning for your job or something else like that, and he's there. But whenever it's got to do with research and learning something, that's where you're going to meet him. This one just jumped over, so obviously it's meant to be for you, and again it's a group of people there. So he's very enthusiastic, he's very gregarious, he likes to go out and meet people and be amongst people. He's not shy and retiring type, that's for sure. He likes to be out there amongst it. So that could be where you'll be meeting him as well. Just out there with friends. But knowledge is very important. It's coming up here. So could be a night class, for example, or something to do with work. He's very secure in his life and his finances, and he just feels very secure in his life. He's got no baggage that is going to interfere in anything. He feels quite at place and at home with his life at the moment. There's nothing bothering him too much. And he's very impressive. You'll be impressed by him. He's going to make himself known to you, and you're going to be very impressed with what you see. Now, is there a possibility of a romantic connection with this man? Let's find out. What you feel in your heart is real, and what is about to unfold is the truth. A long-term situation is about to suddenly change. And if there's something he could tell you, something he could whisper in your ear, what would it be? They say, as long as one person cares for you, life isn't a waste. So when things go terribly wrong and you feel like giving up, please remember you've still got me. Oh, that's so sweet. I like that. I like that. So that's your man, number 3. So thank you everyone for joining me today, and I hope I've helped you meet your man and that he's everything you wish to find. So I hope you had fun with that, guys. Please remember it is meant to be fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want more, let me know and I'll do some more. The full Monty, but no, not like that. With all my cards. So until next time, guys, bye, and many, many blessings.